Doggone. That one hurts. It stings.
Yeah, they hurt.
Fire ants, y'all. Log Home Dad even, I see some right here. Yeah, there's a bunch. Gosh. Ugh! They sting. Log Home Dad even did some poison bait the other day. Not like bait put out for him, but man, they hurt. Yeah, so it is hot. It is stagnant. It's hard to breathe. It's nasty out today. It is. Has it been like this all day? You were out earlier. Yeah, Log Home Dad says yeah. We haven't had a rain yet. Rain usually cools it off a bit. Butterflies just come around me. But man, it is. So last night we had our event. We actually went to set up about 2:30. We got there. I spent who knows how many hours getting ready for this event, making samples, getting all this stuff. And it's a big 4th of July event. Well, we get there and we got all of our stuff under our tent, and they made us get a white tent. So we had to have a white tent. And get there, and there's only us and one other vendor that shows up. It started raining. Rain wasn't horrible, but the wind, because we were near the lake, so the wind, like we were literally having to hold our tent back because, you know, we have breakables with all of our Scentsy stuff. Finally got through all that. Then it rained, and we had to, thank goodness this new tent we got has sides you can zip in, so we got the sides zipping up, and for the most part, I don't think we had much rain damage as far as like any of our boxes and stuff like that. We just had a few labels on our like waxes, and I can replace those, no big deal. But man, then around, I don't know, 7:30, the bugs started coming out, and they're blind mosquitoes. They don't bite you, but there was, I said millions. Log Home Dad said I was exaggerating. So there was thousands of them. He's laughing at me. Thousands of these things. My daughter took pictures. I should have. And I guess because of the white, they were it was all over everything. So when we cleaned up, we had to take paper towels and just kind of dust real easy off the boxes because it was just... So, and the vent stunk. Like, they put us up way in the back, and then everybody else going all the way down by the lake to watch the fireworks. So we were way away from people. They weren't there to buy. It was a horrible event. So I guess we spent 10 hours out there, 9.5 hours out there total, setting up, taking down, because we didn't get done taking down until 11:30. Event was over about 9:30. And by the time we pack everything up and all, and then we got to still come home. I had to take all the boxes out and make sure there was no bugs in there. And because they die like after 8 hours, those blind mosquitoes do, so they don't live long. And then we've got to take the tent back out because it got wet, plus it was just covered in bugs. So we got to take that back out and clean that off and all that stuff. And it sucks because it was a brand new tent. And then, so that was a really bad event for a vendor, really bad, and we won't be doing that one again. But I got to meet some nice people. That was awesome. Got to hang out with Log Home Dad, got to hang out with Blue Cottage Mommy, although we didn't have the babies. She brought the babies. I hadn't got to see, we have not seen our babies in like 2 weeks now. You realize that? Like, I am having baby withdrawals. Like, I need to see my babies. So, been spending the day doing that, and then I also did something else today, so I'll be doing a video later. I picked a winner for our 10,000 drawing. I'm so excited. It took me forever because I had to manually, I have a program that does a raffle. So I had to manually put in all y'all's names. And then if you share, or if you tagged people in the comments, you got extra entries. So I had to go in and then go back and add all those. So it took me a couple of hours to get all the entries in, and then it took 2 seconds to pick a winner. So I have a winner. I just got to announce that. And thank y'all. Like, that is finally we reached 10,000. My gosh, I've been trying with that drawing since November 18th. November 18th, it's taken us that long. But we're here now, and that's super exciting. And then more exciting news. I mean, Log Home Dad and I gotta go find a new washer tonight. I mean, how much adulting is exciting, you guys. Our washer finally took it's been on the outs for a couple years now, probably. It's been kind of a year. And so I went to do laundry when we come back from our trip, and it kept getting an unbalance notification. And the first time I was like, I mean, other stuff's been going on, but this time it got an unbalance notification. And I'm like, okay, well, there was a lot of stuff in it. I didn't think anything of it. And it did it a couple of times. Well, then I went to do another load and the same thing, same time and everything. It did an unbalance. And so it's like, so I had to keep running it till it get to that point and try to keep running it and then get them dry enough to where I could put them in the dryer. So it would wash them, it wouldn't at the end spin the extra. It would wash them and rinse them, but wouldn't spin the extra stuff out to completely like spin it, get all the water out. So we got to do that tonight and hopefully maybe see our babies tonight or tomorrow. And that's kind of our excitingness now. Back to real life. When you've been on water time, beach time, and now we're back to real life. So let me get y'all in here and we'll see how many eggs we got. I ain't even looked at the eggs yet. I'm super excited about that. Feed these babies. How y'all doing today? I see y'all talking to me. Hey, Christy Lynn, do you have weights for your tent? So we do. We have weights for our tent. And Blue Cottage Mommy, my daughter, brought her weights. And we were still holding on to that tent because it was wanting to go. So we had, 80 pounds of weights total? 20 on each leg. And we were super worried because it said on there, mandatory, must have weights. That's what it said in the instructions. So the little lady with Lula Rose sets up next to us, and those winds started picking up, and I saw all them grab their tent. They had no weights. And we already had all of our stuff set up, and my worst nightmare was that their tent was going to go flying and come into our tent, and because they were only like 2 feet away, probably. And we've seen that happen before at events. And so our daughter went and got the guy, and he actually ended up having extras, thank goodness, and he brought over to them and gave to them, because that was like our worst nightmare there, because we had all of our glass, all of our ceramics, breakables, so that was just like so yes, we do have them. Hey Amber, hey Jack, how y'all doing today? All right, let's come in here, and I just got a little bit of scooping to do. So Miss Anna is still with us, but I honestly do not think it's going to be long, you guys. She is so stinking skinny. I picked her up just to make sure she wasn't egg bound. We picked her up, and I washed her honey off just in case, and I think it's just because she's probably so weak. She had a little bit of poop on her feathers, but not closing her vent off or anything like that. So we cleaned her off, and I tried to dry her a little bit, and gave her a kissy. She's so sweet, but she's so, like, it's nothing but bones underneath. Like, there's no meat in between the skin and her bones. So what that is because of the pendulous crop, with the crop hanging down, the nutrients don't come in her body like they should, because she's not digesting the way she should. So she doesn't get the nutrients in her body. She's eating and all, like she's pecking at the ground right now, but it's just her body isn't getting the nutrients. So, sometimes they only live like a month or so. A lot of chicken keepers will go ahead and call them because first of all, they're not producing for them, because she hasn't laid an egg, I don't think, all week. So they're not producing for them. So a lot of chicken farmers look at it as they're a waste of time and money. But when they start having real issues, they usually only live less than a month. Well, Anna, she's been like this since... I bet she's been like this since she was 4 months. I went back and looked at pictures on when it really started. And at first we didn't realize what was going on, because we just thought that she was a different shape because she was just a random breed. And we thought maybe she was just a different shape. And it wasn't until a little later we figured out what was going on, that her crop was hanging. And so that basically the crop muscles stretch out, and it can't hold up, because that's where all their food goes, is right here. And it can't hold it up for digestion. And so it just kind of hangs. And so it will eventually kill them, because it robs them of the nutrients. So, and we knew that, but we just keep, Miss Anna's about the sweetest, so we just keep her happy. And we love her. I'm going to be so sad, because she is such a sweetheart. Her and my Miss Rosie. Anna's so sweet and docile. She has never bothered nobody. She's just a sweetheart. Okay, let's see what we got, y'all. Get the sand off of there. Oh, goodness, we got 5 eggs. Oh, my goodness, we got 5 eggs. Yay. So everybody but Miss Anna. Goodness. And see, I always know this is Miss Violet. Every time Miss Violet lays an egg, she has a little area that collapses. Now, I take that one and I go ahead and put it in the fridge, and I use those first. For whatever reason. I mean, she eats well. She's got lots of calcium, no dietary difference. I'm wondering if her and Miss Anna are the same breed, and there was something wrong with their breed, with their, the way they bred them or something, because Miss Anna with her crop, and then Miss Violet, her eggs are always like that. So I think it might be something with the breeding of them. I see you. All right. So every single time Miss Violet's eggs are like that. Hey, Log Home Dad, you want to come and get the pan? I got to set the eggs up here. Look, 5 eggs. So see how it's got a little soft spot that indents when it rolls down. And those shells are super thin on hers. But they always have been. She's my only one. All right, you ready? Log Home Dad? All right. You see, Miss Anna's eating fine. So sweet. These are my babies. Sweet little fluffy butts. Those are my favorite. Look at those little fluffy butts, y'all. And they're so soft. They're just like these little soft fluff balls. So we'll be getting us some new ones. What do you say, fall?
Yeah.
Early fall? September, October?
We could get them right after we get back from Austin if you want.
We could. Y'all, so these guys, we went camping when they were, about 4 weeks?
Yeah.
We put them all in a box, put them in the back of the truck. We had our Emma girl, and we had Lucy with us. Had them all in the back of the truck. So Log Home Dad has back seats, but they'll fold up. So we had them in a box in there, and then we had Emma laying back there, and we brought a playpen, and we have a spare room in our camper. So we had all the chickens in the playpen in the spare room. It was hilarious. So they went camping with us. They're so sweet. Yes, it's going to rain. So Miss Anna, chickens live about 6 to 8 years. Miss Anna's, they just turned a year in March. So she is not very old at all. Thanks for asking, Angela. Yeah, they're all the same age though. Mr. Mosley's the youngest. He's probably 1 day younger than they are. But they I think around March 18th is when we got them of last year. And they started laying eggs right at 4 months, I think. I screamed the first time I found an egg. Log Home Dad's like, what's the matter? What's the matter? And I was like, ah! It was on the board. And I'm sure it was an oopsie. And it was about that big around? About the size of a quarter. It was this little tiny thing. It had a little tiny yolk. And it was probably once they start laying, it's probably a good month before they started really getting a good size. And for probably the first 3 or 4 months, we had double yolks all the time. And I haven't had a double yolk in forever, but I can always tell if it's going to be a double yolk because the egg is so much bigger. But our yolks are huge. Every time. Well, they tore that up, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They're like, oh boy, we got to go farmer's market in the morning.
Yep.
We haven't been in 2 weeks. This will be the 3rd, yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to let you go because we are going to get into something exciting tonight, going and finding a washer. So I'm going to let you guys go, but we love y'all, and we'll be back right here tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have the littles with us. All right, guys, y'all have a good Friday evening. Bye.